I have children.
Yeah.
What age are you?
I'm 27. Prior to me giving them up, I already had that thought in my head a year prior. I didn't have nobody to watch the kids. So when I reached out to the girl's dad, now mind you, I ain't thought about laying with this man. My daughter's about to be 3, about to be 3 in November.
Now I want you to think about this. The girl's dad. Obviously, the rest of the kids have a different dad, at least one different dad. But you see how the woman gave up all 5 kids. Man, let me tell you something. These women are using everything for birth control. You understand? They use termination as birth control. Now they want to use CPS as birth control.
Tell us the truth!
All right. What's good, YouTube? It's your man, Book of AlphaRonomy, a.k.a. Doc BOA. Yeah, I got time today. Women in America support anything that other women do. They supported Kamala bringing all that rap shit to all of her rallies, trying to entertain them to death. They didn't care. She's Kamala. She ain't got no nothing. She ain't got no nothing about politics. All she got to do is entertain to death. We want her in there. Everything that takes place, they support it. They just blindly support it. Women in the WNBA, they want higher salaries. They want salaries that are comparable to men. Okay, well, how you going to have that in a league that doesn't even pay for itself? The NBA pays for the WNBA with money that the NBA makes. The league doesn't even make its own money. So how you going to complain about money that you don't even make? You don't even generate. But again, women above the board just support that. Yeah, give those girls more money. It doesn't matter. Take the money from the men and give it to the girls. Why? And then we get down to the personal level, the low level, the level that's not entertaining, the grimy level, where women support women for doing the worst things. And in this video, we're going to see an example of that. Here's a woman. Looks like she's had a hard life. Look like she's hit a bit of that hard ice as well. She had 5 kids by different men. She gave up those kids to social services because her baby daddy refused to help her. Now I want you to look at the heading on this. She has kids by multiple men, but this says baby daddy. Even these platforms try to fix it to where it doesn't look as bad as it really is. But let's take a listen to this clip. Then we'll come back and chop it up on a real tip. And I got a bonus for y'all. I don't really do this, but I copied a bunch of the comments under this post. And some of these comments were from women that we know, women who have a level of fame and notoriety. And I want you to see the level of undying support they gave this woman who laid down and had not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 babies that she could not take care of and was not getting any help with. And she gave them all away to CPS. Now she gets a do-over and women support it.
I have children.
Yeah.
What age are you?
I'm 27. Prior to me giving them up, I already had that thought in my head a year prior. I didn't have nobody to watch the kids. So when I reached out to the girl's dad, now mind you, I ain't thought about laying with this man. My daughter's about to be 3, about to be 3 in November.
Now I want you to think about this. The girl's dad. Obviously, the rest of the kids have a different dad, at least one different dad. But you see how the woman gave up all 5 kids because the father of the youngest 2, the twins, wouldn't help her take care of all 5 kids. So I want you to understand that's a woman's MO. A woman with kids is looking for somebody to help take care of her kids, unless she getting money. You understand? And it's rare that you see a woman with multiple kids that's getting money, unless she fresh out of a divorce or something like that. But then that woman who fresh out of a divorce, if she, that's rare. That's rare. The majority of the time, she ain't fresh out of a divorce. But I want y'all to listen to what she says, and we'll continue.
I don't want this man. So I call him. I'm like, can you help me? Can you watch the girls or whatever? He's like, oh, well, don't you got me on child support? Don't you got me on child support? No, yes, I do have him on. Excuse me, I have hiccups. So, chronic hiccups is what I mean. But anyway, so when I put him on child support a year after my daughter's was born, he didn't start paying until this year. So, and he was only required to pay $196 a month for both my daughters. And he's like, that's taking all my money. And then he's like, well, you're not getting anything outside of that. And it's like, he's like, if you take me off of child support, I could do more for them. And I'm like, nigga, I know for a fact that's a lie, because the whole year before I put you on child support, you didn't, no diapers, no wipes, no, not a damn thing. Even if you didn't provide any of that shit, you didn't even pick them up so I could go to work and, get all that shit. I could do it by my damn self if you watch them,
Let me tell y'all something, man. Before this woman got pregnant, she knew this guy was sorry. See, here's what I don't understand. Yes, not every man is sorry. Sometimes a man is doing what he can do, and then something happen to him. Maybe he go to prison, or maybe he get jammed up, maybe he get injured at work, maybe he lose his job, and he have a rough patch right there. This woman had these babies by a man she knew was sorry. And folks talking about, we'll see what the women talk about in the comments. I want y'all to remember everything. Remember, pay close attention to everything that she's saying so we can chop it up in the comments with these women's comments. Because I'm telling you, man, these women's comments are crazy. Like, it's like they overlook the fact that she made decisions.
So it's like, so I know you're lying and shit like that. But anyway, he proceeds to tell me shit that don't matter, is that he got another girl and she's pregnant. They about to have another baby. And it was just like, okay, so he's pretty much telling me that he's not going to, help me with my daughters because he's moved on. And I'm like, you can move on. That's fine. I don't want to be with you, but you still have daughters,
Now, I want y'all to answer a question for me. Y'all answer this in the comments. Why is she not talking about the father of her other children? She's got 5 children. Why is none of this about the father of the other children? And here's the thing. If the other fathers was doing what they need to do and he just wasn't, why not just give his kids? Why give the other kids away too? So obviously she wasn't getting any help for these kids. None. And so why does she have 5 kids that she's not getting help with? Isn't part of this her fault? Isn't it her fault for having babies with a man who was sorry? Man, let me tell you something. These women are using everything for birth control. You understand? They use termination as birth control. Now they want to use CPS as birth control. Bruh, just stop being a ground for birthing babies. Just stop having babies like this. It's real simple. Now let's get into these comments, man. These comments are going to be hilarious, brothers. I promise you, these comments are going to be hilarious. All right, so let's go here. At least she didn't harm them. What you mean? She just put them in the foster care system. That's harmful enough. I don't know anybody who went through the foster care system that was happy about it. There may be some people, but how many of you know? Y'all put it in the comments and let me know if y'all went through the foster care system and y'all happy about it and y'all feel like it was the best thing that could have happened to you in the world, or you know somebody who did. Here's another comment. We're not here to help, huh? It's social media. It was posted so we can judge her, learn from her, mock her, congratulate her, pray for her, curse her, etc. She made this possible when she opened her mouth in front of a camera and then allowed it to be shared. Maybe keep your personal life personal. People just love acting like morals and standards didn't exist. Or don't exist, my bad. Here's another one. Placing those babies into a system that will most likely do more harm than good is sad. She should have stopped after 2. Those babies didn't ask to be here, and now they will grow up trying to figure out why. Exactly. All right. We got a bunch of comments, man. All right, here we go. You can tell she's burnt out. It's hard out here for most people with both parents present. Yeah, but we know that before you start having babies, you know that already. Well, everybody can't do it, and that's no shame. At least you put them in care. If I get it, everybody can't do it. But if you can't do it, why you keep having babies? You knew you couldn't do it after 2. You knew you couldn't do it after 3. You knew you couldn't do it after 4. Well, the last 2 looks like they came together like they were twins. And I don't know if they were twins. She just keeps saying that, yeah, she said that they're about to be 3, so they're twins, I suppose. All right, I would tell her, get your life together and go get them babies. Nobody will love you like your mother. Obviously not. Obviously, that's not the case. So she's telling this to a woman who just gave her kids away. So she's telling her, get your life together and go back and get the kids you don't love. All right? Let's pray for her. Don't want to judge her, but I know prayers help, and that's exactly what she needs. No, that's what those kids need. She just alleviated all of her burdens. I want you to think about this. Here's a woman who's sitting in front of a camera, probably getting paid for an interview. She gave up the kids, so she don't even have the responsibility of motherhood anymore. Why are you praying for her? She don't need to be prayed for. The kids need prayer. All right, let's look at this one. I respect someone doing this or voluntarily hurting themselves or their children. Not everyone is fit for motherhood, but these children deserve better. My friend legally adopted her friend's newborn after she signed away her rights due to facing medical issues and being unable to care for her the way she wanted to. I would do the same to help someone and adopt if presented the opportunity. I hope her children grow up and prosper and become great. Now, not everyone is fit for motherhood. Yes, but you know that after one child. You know, there's women out here who say, I want a huge family. I want 5 or 6 children. Man, they had that first one. Man, listen, they be on birth control for the rest of their life. The doctor had to tell them, man, you've been on that too long. You got to come off that. Well, doc, you got to give me something else. I ain't going to do it. You got to give me something else, doc. I ain't taking no more chances. So a woman knows if she's fit for motherhood early on, just like we do as men, know if we fit for fatherhood. All right. Here's Randy Rosario. I know I've heard of her from somewhere. Now she talking about where she at, and the chick who post saying, I don't know. There's more responses down there. So she did the best she could. May God bless the babe. How she did the best she could? The best she could do is stop opening her legs, having babies that she can't take care of, babies that she doesn't have any help for, babies that she doesn't want. Here's another one. She did what was best for them all in the moment. Motherhood is hard, and we don't get to make excuse or just walk away as easily as fathers do. I pray that her children are safe. I pray that things get better for her so that she can go get them back. Man, let me tell y'all something. I want y'all to listen to what we're hearing. Listen to the level of illogic. None of these comments even make sense for the most part. She did what was best for them all in the moment. What was best for them all in the moment was to stop opening her legs. It's like having all these children that you don't want and don't need and don't love and can't take care of. It's all solved by giving them away. Come on, bruh. But I just want y'all to understand the mindset that women have out here, so you'll know what you're dealing with. So even if you meet a woman who don't have no kids, this is a lot of their mindset. If you meet a woman, man, who hasn't gone through things, this is her mindset about going through those things, and the people who do, making excuses for everything. Mothers don't get to walk away as easily as fathers do. Yes, you do. You can just walk right there and give them children up. How come you can't? We just watched a video where a woman expressly said that she just went and gave her children up. How come you can't walk away? Most women just don't walk away, but this one did. All right, got a few more. Her face appearance says it all. No judgment. God help and bless this lady. I don't know her story. It's not really none of my business. But God says, hold on a little longer. Hold on to what a little longer? She already didn't hold on a little longer. That woman just relieved the burden of motherhood. She's done. She don't have those kids anymore. She's free again. She's single and free again. She's single and ready to mingle. As long as you got some money to jingle. I'm telling you, brothers, when you listen to it, these women are just talking. What do you mean? She needs God help and bless her with what? She's blessed already. She's blessed with the freedom of not being a mother. All right. Being a single parent is hard. AF, especially when you have absolutely no support. She did it for as long as she could. Those dads are wrong. At least she tried. She didn't do it for as long as she could. How much struggle does a woman have to go through before she realizes she got to stop making the same damn decisions? So if she got 5 kids and that man gave her 2 twins, she had 3 kids already. She was struggling with 3. Let me tell you something, bro. If you're struggling with 5, you struggle with 3. Or you were stressed so tight with 3 that you know you didn't need no more children. It seemed to me that this is a woman that just laid down with everybody and had these kids, and these women just sit making excuses for her. I feel bad for her. Maybe her story will help someone else. Hopefully it will. All right. I think this is the last one right here. I think this is the last one. Here's Shamil Morton. How can we help, Pre? I'm trying to find out now. Help what? Listen, brothers, I want y'all to think. These women are trying to help this woman who just gave her kids away. And now she's doing interviews on public platforms. Does this sound like a mother who's in need of help? Does this sound like a mother who's down in the dumps? No, it sounds like a mother who realizes she's free again. Now she can move around. Now she can go tell her story and monetize the grief of her own children, brothers. And I want y'all to think all they want to do is support this woman monetizing the grief of her own children, brothers. You know how many times as a single parent I've cried because I had no help? I felt her. I couldn't do it, but I felt her. You probably stopped having babies too. You probably when you felt that, you probably didn't keep having more kids. I'm glad she didn't harm the babies. She did what was best. She could have did so much worse. She doesn't get a pass because it's horrible. But in the climate we're in, I'm just happy she let them live. Man, she should let them live inside the man ball sack. That's what she should have did. I'm telling you, brothers, we're in this world. Oh, I got some show enough comments. All right, no judgment here. But she says she can't afford her 5 kids, but she can afford to keep those nails done because that ain't cheap. Some people priorities are very messed up. She should have maybe gotten on some type of contraception, made the man wrap it up possibly. I know that's super foreign into a lot of people these days, but You know, if you don't want kids, you take measures to not have them. Nobody gets pregnant on accident. If you know you're having unprotected sex, then you know you should be able to get pregnant. That's, man, bruh, that is the simplest thing that I have heard. That simply put is how it is. If she doesn't want kids, don't get pregnant. Like, if you sitting around here saying, well, I didn't want kids, but the man got me pregnant anyway. No, it's your body. Remember, your body, your choice. So it's your choice to take the precautions to not get pregnant and keep having these babies like this. Now, I'm not going to judge her. Nobody knows her mental capacity. Oh, yeah, we know her mental capacity. Her mental capacity is, let me get rid of these kids so I can get back out here and get to this bag. That's what her mental capacity is right now. Why is she on these platforms doing interviews? She's trying to get to the bag. And I doubt that she's trying to get to the bag to get them kids back either. As someone who works in child welfare and has for several years, I'd rather she do a voluntary placement rather than these children be removed because of abuse and neglect, or God forbid, her doing something worse to these children. Maybe during the time they're placed in care, she's able to develop a feasible and sustainable service plan so she's able to plan for reunification where her and her children are able to safely thrive emotionally and physically. That's very well put, but probably not. Most women who give up their kids do not go back and get their kids. Matter of fact, I'm going to look that up for y'all right now. I meant to have this statistic readily available for y'all. In 2021, the Annie E. Casey Foundation reports that in 2021, 47% of youth exiting foster care reunited with their parent or primary caretaker. 47% ain't bad. Across the foster care system, it is generally seen that roughly 50% of foster kids would be reunited with their biological parents. I'm going to be honest with you, bro. That's really not bad. That's really not bad. 50% is really not bad. I'm going to be honest with you. So it's really a noble concept to voluntarily place your kids and come up with a plan to go back and get them. Halle Berry had a movie called Losing Isaiah that was about that. And she went back, but he actually got placed with a family. And I'm going to tell you, brothers, it's a different thing, man. It's a different thing, brother. And I want y'all to understand that it's a crazy world we live in, man, because this is not a way for a kid to grow up, man. And hopefully a lot of these kids, they get back, man, to their parent, a good parent. All right, here's more. Y'all are hilarious. If she had done something to them, y'all would have said she should have gave them up. She did it. Now she chose the baby daddy. After one, she should have stopped, etc. Let you realize that y'all are never happy or satisfied. This is why you have to just live your life. People will talk no matter what, so live freely. I just want y'all to think about how much of an excuse comment that is. So she gets a pass on all those mistakes because she gave her children up. Man, I'm telling you, man. I respect this more than someone willing to abuse innocent children, but her nails is done. If he wasn't taking care of the first child, what made you have four more? Aside from being sad for her, I'm sad for those kids, even though she isn't perfect and able to provide their bonding to her and would miss her. Sad for her, she just don't seem sad to me. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Quad says, I hate this for her. She gave the babies up because she didn't have any help. What a piss poor excuse for a dad. People, both men and women, watch the character of the individual you are having kids with. Now I want you to see how they're not even paying attention to what she said. She said she talked to the girl's dad, not the other kid's dad. And you see them responding as if there was one dad. Man, listen, you cannot pay attention to what women say because women don't think before they talk. You literally have to give a woman time to go think about what the hell you said to her and then let her come back later with a response. I'm telling you, this is what you have to do. That's how they're used to learning. That's why they learn so well in the education system because they're told to do something and then they got to have it like days later. You get them something to do and have them do it the same day, man, you ain't going to get nothing. No judgment, but they always attack the mama, but the dads be the weakest link. You laid down and made your bed. It takes two to tango. You left all the responsibility on one person and expect them to survive of $100 a monthly bill you can't afford and ain't provide nothing outside of that. Please tell how is the mama being the only one punished here? I feel like she made a good call for herself if she knew she couldn't handle it. Being a parent literally is a full-time job that requires a village. It's easy to say that, but the woman has, I mean, she has 5 kids. We're not talking about 1 or 2. We're talking about 5 kids by different men. What are we talking about? And yes, the father's laid down, but this is what women have to understand. You live in an environment where you know the results. You know you're going to be stuck with the kid if the father leaves. You know this. So when you have those kids, you can't hold the father accountable for that. He left And now you stuck with the kids, but you knew that's what it was going to be. So why have kids by a sorry dude? Why? Now we look at it. Everyone has an answer. They have fathers somewhere. Some people bite more than they can chew. Sounds like she took responsibility for that. Come on, man. I don't know if I want to hear this. Just a whole bunch of excuse making, brothers. Whole bunch of excuse making. That's all it is. Nothing more, nothing less. All right, here, I don't care how hard it gets. And I'm so super thankful for my village. This is so sad to see. That's another thing. She ain't had no family. She ain't had no mama. She ain't had no sister. She ain't had no auntie. She sounded like the type of person that's alienated herself from everyone. That's why she ended up with these dudes that, I'm going to be honest with you, there's more to this story, brothers. I ain't going to dig into it, but there's more to this story. At least she didn't harm them or abuse them or unalive them. We don't know what kind of abuse they went through while they were alive. May God give her strength, healing, and wisdom so she can get herself together and go get them babies if she wants them. Poor kid will probably suffer hard in the system. Personally, I can't leave mine nowhere, especially because son not holding it down. And that's the thing, bro. I'm just gonna be honest with you. There are women out here, man, who grind through it. These modern women, their ass is different. Modern women are different, brother. I'm gonna be honest with you. Modern women are just different. As men, we just have to be aware and understand that modern women are different. You know what I mean? Modern women are not who you want to be having your kids with and doing all of that, brothers. I promise you they're not. And I just want y'all to keep in mind that when you meet a woman, listen to her. Listen to her outlook on things. Broach a few topics with her just to see where she stands on it. And believe her when she represents herself for who she is. Figure out the topics she's passionate about and let her speak passionately on them. That way, you'll know exactly what you're dealing with. Because that's what I want for you, men. I want you men to know who you're dealing with.